Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, Combata Dance Company is here to perform ahead of their winter festival.
Plus, in celebration of Black History Month, Gold Coast Gall is making some incredible West African food.
And if you need a winter activity, you're getting an inside look at Yutang Ceramics in Fremont, where I learned how to make a mug. We're letting you in on all the fun.
Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Hey, happy Friday, friends. I'm so glad you're here with us today and every day. We're so excited to have you. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. And today is Random Acts of Kindness Day. So if you are able to do something for a stranger or even someone in your life, something nice, go ahead and do it. It doesn't even have to cost you anything. I feel like even asking someone who looks maybe a little stressed how they're doing and really meaning it, that can be very kind too.
Or even just like a smile for a stranger.
Yeah,
I love smiling at strangers. It's fun just walking around and going, hey!
Don't tell that to the kids, Carly.
No, it's so nice. But you know what my way in is usually? I just go, can I pet your dog? Or what'll really happen is I'll be smiling at the dog, and then the human sees me smiling at the dog, and then we exchange a nice smile.
That's so nice.
If you're uncomfortable smiling at a stranger, just go for the animals first.
I'm going to stay uncomfortable smiling at strangers for my personal safety. All right, well, fans at last night's Kraken game got a big surprise.
Oh, yeah. So Seattle icon Macklemore stopped by. Not only did the audience get a little sneak peek at his new album, they actually might get to be a part of it. So during the very first intermission, as you can see here, Macklemore hopped on a Zamboni and filmed part of an upcoming music video for his upcoming song, No Bad Days. And it definitely sounds like a bop if you check out the video. And as you can see, him and the crowd had a really fun time filming. Back in April, Macklemore and Seahawks legend Marshawn Lynch became minority owners of the Kraken. At the time, they said they had big ideas for community engagement. Oh, and fun fact about the video, Macklemore's 7-year-old daughter Sloane is actually directing it for him. So that's pretty cool. The song's going to be on his new album titled Ben, which drops March 3rd. Okay, I've never been more jealous I was not at a sporting event. That would be so cool to be there.
I know, it
especially
was
if you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's such a fun little opportunity for his daughter to be able to be involved in this. It sounds very exciting. So I hope she's really able to enjoy it, because not every child gets this kind of chance. You know,
that's the opportunity of a lifetime. We need to have Macklemore on our show. He's local. If you know Macklemore, hit him up and tell him to come on Studio 13 Live.
Well, Fox 13 does have a partnership with the Kraken, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see if we can make it happen. Hometown hero, come on, hang with us.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Kraken, it is time now to follow up on a trend that we first told you about last week. Now, Carly, you didn't like this trend. I was kind of a fan. Look at these. Big red boots have gained traction all over the internet. They are not cheap. They're $350, that's right. And they're only available in one size. Now, they just went on sale yesterday. However, we found one special person already had a pair. That's right. That is Seattle Kraken mascot Bowie sharing a photo on social media rocking those boots. And you know what? They look right on him.
Okay, well, let me tell you, Bowie gets a free pass because he's a sea troll with a squeaky nose and a removable tooth. He can wear the big red boots. A human wears these boots. I am still making fun of you, but Bowie, you look great at them.
I'm going to wear the boots and step on you while you're making fun of me.
I
love those boots.
I can't wait to see it. Come in.
I will say.
I challenge you.
Tip. Well, I need the $350, but I will wear them. Tip though, you gotta wear socks or tights with them, because I did see on TikTok that somebody tried these on and their foot got fully stuck in these big red boots and it was a whole deal, because I don't think they were intending to buy them. They just kind of wanted to try them on and take pictures for social.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like a one-size-fits-all situation.
Yes, or fits most.
Fits most. Wow. Okay, let's talk about this next story. So if you're an iPhone user and you've always wanted to use a regular pink heart emoji like me, we've we've got some good news for you. So a new beta iOS is showing off new emojis, including a shaking face, 2 pushing hands, and the much asked, or should I say begged for, pink heart. While the software is only available for certain people right now, the final release, when everybody can get the new emojis, is expected to be in March or April.
Do you have it yet?
No.
You got to check.
I'm really slow at updating my iPhone software. I don't even have the fiery heart yet, but this is a good excuse. I will update my iPhone software for the pink heart, because we have just been desperate with this pink heart situation. We've been doing, all of our options have been these little 2 pink hearts, which seems like I'm in love with you. If you use that, you're like, it's a romantic thing, right? There's the pink sparkly heart, which is very girly. You're not always in the girliest mood. And then there's the pink heart with the little like ribbon and bow around it, which is like a gift. But I just want a plain pink heart. And we're finally getting it. And I think for everyone, I can speak for and just say, thank you. Thank you, finally.
And a little behind the scenes, Carly was so excited about this, we were slacking about it.
Yeah, we're talking, the second it dropped, I was like, guys, we've got good news here. It's always fun to see the new emojis, too.
Absolutely, and it was much needed. You're absolutely right there.
Thank you very much. I also feel like we need to get some new dog breed emojis in there. Because there is just that one dog. I do not feel like it's reflective of my dog at all. I feel like we need at least like 3, 4 different dogs. We need like a big dog, a small dog.
I think there's the one dog face, and then there's like
a big dog from the side.
Yeah. But those look like my dog, so I'm okay.
Oh, okay. I need some more representation here in the emojis.
A little floofy dog. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Instagram users can now reply to comments with GIFs. So replying with GIFs, not entirely new to Instagram, because you could do that with Instagram stories. However, comments now a whole new level here. So if you go into the app and you don't see that feature just yet, it's just because Instagram's decided to roll this one out slowly. So soon you will be able to press that GIF button when replying and select which one you want. And I know that the Gen Zers have big opinions on this, but this elder millennial loves using GIFs, and I will keep using GIFs, and you cannot take them away from me. So I'm really excited about this.
Does Gen Z not use GIFs?
They don't think that millennials should be using GIFs.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
We were like on the forefront of the GIF situation. Come on.
So that's good with me.
Instagram's about to become so chaotic. I feel like it's already super chaotic when you open it. It used to just be photos. Now it's videos popping up all the time. It's videos from people I don't follow. There's all these like sponsored posts coming through. Add in some GIFs there. Wow. Okay. Can we just bring back the chronological feed?
I know. I did like that. I liked how chill it used to be, but now you're right.
It's just so chill.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I feel like people would also really appreciate putting a link in their post and not having to say, check the link in my bio all the time. Like, there's some other sort of more basic things I feel like I would be really happy with Instagram for.
We should write a letter to Meta.
Meta?
Signed, Carly.
Yes.
I love it.
I'll make a video. I'm like, guys, help us out. Let's talk about this. As we talked about, we're both pet owners here. It's no secret that the monthly fees for a dog or cat are nothing new to apartment living. But what about for goldfish? This woman has gone viral on TikTok claiming that she had to pay a $200 fee after getting a pet goldfish. And on top of that, she says her landlord is making her pay an extra $15 a month for pet rent.
That is just feels scammy.
I mean, just sneak in the goldfish, right? Just sneak it in.
You don't.
I guess she was trying to do the honest thing and tell her landlord, but like a goldfish, it's basically the size of a flower vase. It doesn't jump out of a little bowl. It just lives its life in there and hangs out on the counter. What are we paying for?
That's a good question. I feel like it's like you just set a glass of water, and the glass of water is there, but this glass of water has a little fish in it. Although we don't know if she went full fish pet mom and got like
a big aquarium.
Tank. So if it's a big aquarium
thing, I guess.
Well, there's like, you run the risk of the water spilling. I still think the money is too much money, but if it's just a little like beta fish in a little container, then that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I have to pay pet rent where I live, and I am not happy about it. I wish that was not the case. It feels like a ripoff. I feel like paying a deposit, and if your animal does anything to destroy the property, makes total sense. I would give you a $1,000 deposit, you know? But paying every single month $50, I'm like, come on. He's very quiet. He doesn't make a mess. Don't make me pay that. And definitely don't make this lady pay that for a goldfish.
Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, well, it is wedding season right around the corner, and people are already starting to talk about some trends and traditions. This one, though, I'm not a fan. it's stirring the pot online, okay? Wedding Crocs.
I can't believe this is a thing.
Oh my gosh, yes, right now this is a growing trend. Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh.
So some are bedazzled, of course, because it's a fancy event, y'all. So it's a bridal croc, bridal parties wearing them, just the bride saying that they want to be as comfortable as possible. I'm gonna guess those aren't really Chanel Crocs, just
Probably not.
throwing it out there.
Probably not. There is such a thing as designer Crocs, but I don't think Chanel
Oh
makes
no,
them.
but I think those are like Balenciaga or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like brides saying that they want to be comfortable on their wedding day, which I totally understand. They don't want to wear anything that'll give them a blister or break the heel. And I feel like that last one though, unnecessary fear. I've only broken one heel in my whole life, and it's because it got stuck in an escalator.
Oh.
I feel like you're going to be okay. You're not going to break the heel.
Probably.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan. Although it's your day, do what you want.
Yeah, I definitely get wanting to be comfortable on your day. And I mean, I feel like there's other ways to do it though, right? We've seen people do it with sneakers. You could do a little ballet flat. Some brides even go barefoot down the aisle, you know? The clog is giving me, or the Croc is giving me like clog meets like river shoe. And look, I feel like I'm hating a lot of things today, but I was around for the first round of Crocs.
Same.
And I had Crocs, and they were great, but it's like so hard. We all decided they weren't cool again, and now they're cool again, and now they're happening at weddings. I'm just like, what's happening? There is a disconnect here.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm hating on a lot. I'm not trying to do that, though.
It's Friday.
Let's talk about prom. So when it comes to getting to prom, some people like to take a limo and others take a fancy car borrowed from a relative. But a high school student in Camas, Washington will be taking a tank to prom. Sherman Bynum loves tanks so much that he set out on a hard mission to take one to prom.
I just like tanks. Tanks are cool. And I was just with my friends one day and I was like, guys, what if we like brought a tank to prom instead of a limousine?
So Sherman started calling around and eventually found a man in Portland who owns a street legal tank. So what did he do? He gave him a call.
I swear, when he picks up, he's in the tank. He's shouting. You can hear machinery in the background. He's like, yeah, how can I help you? I was like, I've got the strangest question you're ever going to hear. And basically, one phone call later, we had arranged, and we've got a tank.
Wow. So the man said that Sherman could raise $1,000 to cover the cost. He and his friends could get a ride to prom. So a GoFundMe has now raised more than $1,500. Sherman's mom says this is the type of person that her son is, someone who lives life to the fullest for sure. And, you know, at least she doesn't have to worry about him having a safe ride home, right?
We'll have to worry about everybody else having a safe ride.
Exactly.
Oh, but
not her own son.
Yeah, coming up on Studio 13 Live, TMZ joining us to talk about today's top entertainment headlines.
Yes, including how a 2018 video of Bruce Willis is resurfacing after his recent dementia diagnosis. That story is next.
I wanna see you smile.
It is time to take a look at what is popping in the world of celebrity news.
Yes, for that we are bringing in TMZ's senior producer, Jacob Wasserman. Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. Good to see you. So CNN's Don Lemon apologized this morning for some comments that he made on air yesterday. Fill us in about this.
So if you missed it, Don Lemon yesterday on air made a rather sexist comment saying that women who are who are not in their 40s anymore are past their prime. This is in reference to Nikki Haley, the former governor who is now running for president. She's 51 years old. And he said, you know, she's not in her prime anymore. And this definitely upset some of his co-anchors, namely Poppy Harlow. And in light of this, Don Lemon was on a call today with some people at CNN where he apologized for his comments, said that he wants to work towards fighting towards discrimination against women, but then went on to say how some of his best friends are women, his mom, his sister, and even colleagues at CNN like Dana Bash and others. And we're being told this did not go over well. It sounded a little bit tone deaf on his part because it seemed like he was giving himself kudos for stepping up and apologizing. Listen, I'm kind of unclear what's going to happen moving forward. He wasn't on today's show, but we're being told that this was already planned before yesterday's comment. Curious what CNN's next move is going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it really brings up an interesting topic because, I mean, I'm glad to hear that we're not saying that women who are past their 20s are past their prime, but it's rude to even make the statement anyway because we have, you know, male politicians who are well into their 80s and nobody's questioning that. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Well, we do
absolutely.
have an incredible clip of Bruce Willis that has come back to light after his recent diagnosis. Walk us through that.
This is so awesome. I should say the clip. It's actually a rather sad story. As you might know, Bruce Willis has been battling aphasia for a while now. And his daughter, Rumor, announced yesterday that it has progressed now into dementia. And this whole process has been extremely emotional. And the family is understandably so been having a very hard time dealing with this. And in light of the news, his fans, Bruce Willis's fans, started sharing this clip from his Comedy Central roast in 2018. And this clip is so awesome. You see Bruce Willis taking the stand, and he says, listen, I have battled so many things in my life. I have battled terrorists, baldness, divorce attorneys. Of course, he's joking, but he says, you know, I've conquered it all because I am Bruce Willis. You'll have to check out the clip yourself, but it's true, man. He's one of a kind. And he also, I should say, notes that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, but you should check out the clip for yourself.
I agree.
Oh, I love that. That's such a positive spin on the whole thing. Aw, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next time.
All right, coming up, Combata Dance Company joining us in studio with a special performance.
Yeah, you're going to get to hear how their upcoming Winterfest is bringing dancers from around the world together for a unique collaboration right here in Seattle. We'll be right back.
Combata Dance Company is presenting the 6th annual Seattle International Dance Festival Winter Mini Fest, bringing dancers from all around the world together for 4 public performances right here in our city.
Yeah, and joining us in studio to tell us a little bit more and give us a little sneak peek of their performance, we've got Cyrus Combata and the Combata Dance Company. Hi.
Hi, thanks for having us
Thanks
here.
for coming in here. So tell us all about the company and how long it's been going on.
Well, Combata Dance Company is an international touring troupe which travels all over the world and to far-flung places such as Russia and Romania and Venezuela. And it has been in existence for 25 years. I'm the artistic director for the company, and these are the dancers with us today. And we have the Winter Mini Fest, which opens on the 25th of February and runs through the March. And we'll be inviting an international company from Germany to join us for the performances.
Wonderful. What is it like for you that you're able to connect with all these people from across the globe in a language that is spoken by so many people, dance?
Well, yes. I mean, that's dance is nonverbal. So there's really something that is communicated through that process, which is very, very, I think, deep and unconscious and subconscious, maybe. So the opportunity to work with international artists is something that I think the dancers really, really enjoy quite a bit because we travel all over the world, as I had mentioned. And it's different ways of working, different ways of thinking about creating art, and also different cultures from which that art is created. So it's very exciting for us.
Yeah, so what can people expect if they come to check out the event?
Well, this year we're highlighting spontaneity. So we will present premieres. Each company will present premieres. And then over 4 days, we will work together. Myself, the artistic director, and the other artistic director will work together and we'll create a piece with the dancers on 4 short days. And then we're going to title the piece in front of the audience the second weekend.
So exciting. That is so wonderful. So that is certainly one of the things that makes this show so unique. Is there anything else that you want people who come to know to expect?
Well, I think really it's just to watch the dancers moving and experience it as they experience it. Know that this is work that's created all over the world. Czechpo Dance Company, which will be joining us, has international dancers from Italy, Germany, and Africa. So it's really bringing the cultures of the world together, and that's what I think is really exciting about the Winter Mini Fest.
So exciting. And we're going to get a little sneak peek of it right now. So Ivana and Leah, take it away. We'll scoot on over here.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Wonderful.
That was incredible. Ivana and Leah, you're so talented. Oh my gosh, I love that. It reminded me of water, the way you were flowing together.
Yes, absolutely. I do have a question for our dancers. There was so much fluidity and just like synchronized movement. Talk to me about what it's like trusting your partner as you're accomplishing this dance.
Yeah, well, been lucky enough to be dancing with Ivana for a little over 3 years now, so we've had a chance to create a lot together. But yeah, being in the rehearsal space together and getting to know each other's movement and take inspiration from each other, yeah, just getting to spend hours a week together really builds a strong bond.
It helps.
It helps, absolutely.
When you're in front of people and probably behind the scenes too. How excited are you for the event?
Incredibly excited. Yeah, we've been working really hard on this new piece we've been making and really excited to show the rest of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Cyrus, what's it like for you as the leader of this dance group to really see the dancers grow and develop and evolve?
Well, I mean, I have to say I love it. Obviously, I love movement and I love watching them work together. And it's something that partnering is something that we work with a lot. So just when you really feel that they're in sync together, it's very exciting. And like you said, it's very fluid. So we work a lot with that kind of fluidity in terms of the movement.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, images of water or animals or, you know, the natural environment. So that's something that's really common in the work.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and giving us a preview. That was really cool. You guys are so talented.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Well, you guys can check out their 6th annual Winter Mini Fest happening February 25th through March 4th. We've got a link for that info up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
And coming up next on Studio 13 Live, we are taking you to Fremont today to experience Yutang ceramics.
Yeah, you'll get to see what I learned and how you can get creative too. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Mireya, did you ever take a pottery class?
Not an official class, but I've tried my best to make my own little wonky coffee mug.
Yeah.
Not on a wheel though, just kind of by hand.
Okay, well, trying your best is all you can hope
That's
for.
all I got.
I definitely took high school pottery, but I did hand building as well because I was never patient enough to do wheel throwing. But there's this great pottery studio called Yutang Ceramics. It's in Fremont, and I wanted to give it a try again. So check out how I did. So you're on the hunt for a good indoor winter activity, and why not try something creative? Today we are at Yutang Ceramics in Fremont, and we're gonna do just that. Thank you so much for having us in your space today. Kind of tell me the story of how you got started with pottery and how Yutang Ceramics came to be.
Pretty much started the business with a $100 wheel and a $100 kiln when I was living out in the peninsula, working as a production potter, doing a small-time farmer's market. Worked my way up to starting to teach, growing my studio spaces.
Tell me kind of about everything that you offer here.
Yeah, so here at the studio we do a variety of programming from private to group classes. We have studio memberships for people to work independently, and I do outreach programming, and I have a scholarship program.
Tell me more about the people that come here. Is it just adults? Can kids come? Who comes here?
Yeah, so general public are all welcome. I love working with all ages. We cater to mature young adults as well.
Okay.
And
I don't know if I'm a mature young adult, but I'm going to try today.
we're going to have some fun later today.
You're going to teach me some things today. What are we going to make today?
So I was going to work with you on the wheel today. We're going to work together on the wheel. And what kind of vision do you have for yourself? What do you want to make? So I love catering my classes to whatever students' visions are.
I'm always on the hunt for a ceramic mug, so I guess I'll just try to make it myself. Let's do it.
Sounds great. I think this is why it's called throwing, because it's the only time you actually throw it. You want to throw your clay down into the center of the wheel.
All right.
Now, there's a lot of vocabulary in ceramics, and I don't know the origins of it all, but I think that's the origin of throwing.
Yeah.
So if you miss your mark, that's okay. Just go ahead and move it into the center as much as possible.
Just kind of scooch over.
Yep, rotate the wheel. Set yourself up for success by centering the clay as much as possible before you get going.
Okay.
You always want lots of water on your hands and on the clay. Enough so that your hands are always easily gliding and sliding on the clay. If it ever gets rough, dry, or sticky, go back to your water as necessary. Now I know I'm centered when I can put my finger anywhere on the clay and there's no wobbles or inconsistencies. I know I'm not centered when the clay looks like this and my hands are moving everywhere. Now we didn't even start off that bad because we centered the clay as much as possible before even getting going. Maybe I want a narrower base for my mug. I can bring it in with my wrists and cone up the clay. And then bring it back down into the appropriate width that I want for my mug. So that's our base width of our centered mound. We have our mound centered. Our next step on our way to our cylinder, on our way to our mug, is opening. With that ring finger, then guide that down with the middle finger until I have a 1/4 inch depth from the bottom. Notice how my elbows are still inside my body, my wrists are down together. Now, after doing this for 30 years, I know what that depth is needed and feels like for a 1/4 of an inch. After I got my 1/4 inch depth with my 2 fingers, I'm gonna create my internal base width. Out to 4 o'clock, pushing down at that inside edge and moving the clay back in. I'm moving a minuscule amount of clay from the center to that inside, outside edge and back again. Not creating any new depth, flattening, leveling, compressing. So moving up quickly, I intentionally leave those finger marks in the piece and then come off very gently. So to remove the piece from the wheel, I use my wire tool, underscore the piece, keeping it taut and tight, pulling down towards myself. And then I'll use this pair of pot lifters to gently invite the piece to come off and put it on my board to firm and dry for later.
That's awesome.
Now it's your turn.
I'm so excited. Let's do it.
All right, so go ahead, have a seat here, and I want you just to familiarize yourself with the wheel. What does the pedal feel like?
Okay, time for a throw. Just smack it down.
That's right. Yeah, just aim for the center. And go ahead and close your mouth.
Oh, it's in a lot of spots.
Oh, it sure is.
All right.
All right, good. You're good. Gently go ahead and put it on the board here. Nice job.
Look at that.
Good job.
I'm really excited.
Hey, it's
I
good.
honestly didn't think Thank you.
It is good.
Okay, if you want to check out a class at UTAG Ceramics, you can find all that info on our website at fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. Can you say it louder? How did it turn out?
It was so good. You were talking it down like crazy, and it looks so cute.
I guess I'm just not that confident in my artistic abilities, but that doesn't matter, right? All you got to do is try, and I had a really fun time there.
It really makes me want to go. Good job, Carly.
Thank you so much, and you should.
Yeah.
Okay, Marvel fans, it's a big day for you. So Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is officially in theaters. Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly are back for another adventure on the big screen. This time, Ant-Man and the Wasp, along with Hank, Janet, and Cassie, explore the quantum realm. Somewhere in the movie, we know Jonathan Majors appears as Kang the Conqueror. In true Marvel fashion, I'm sure there will be surprises we never expected.
Oh my gosh, I am a Marvel fan. I am
Are you?
so excited. So the last time I saw Jonathan Majors was in Loki. So I loved that series on Disney, so I'm ready for this one.
Awesome.
Yes.
Gonna go to theaters?
Maybe, you know, I have family visiting, so they could babysit for free.
Yeah, take advantage.
All right, the location of the season 3 HBO hit, The White Lotus. Carly, we're talking about White Lotus.
My favorite show.
Yes, so it may have been revealed. So if you don't know about it, the show is a dark comedy anthology series about guests and employees at a chain of resorts, all right? So Johnny Knoxville recently talked to Vulture and said that he and series creator Mike White were in Tokyo together. Knoxville then said, I think that's where the next, and then stopped. So maybe that's the spot for season 3. Season 1, of course, taking place in Hawaii. Season 2 was in Sicily. Mike White saying that he wanted to film season 3 on a new continent and that it would focus on death and Eastern religion.
I love this so much. I heard that they were scouting it out in Tokyo, and then Johnny Knoxville saying this makes me so much more excited. I didn't know that they were friends. And Mike White seemed really, really burnt out after the last season, because I know it was a crunch to kind of get everything edited at the last minute for HBO. So he said it was going to be a while, but things are moving along. And we didn't have to wait that long between season 1 and season 2. So I'm really hoping like in the next year, season 3 of White Lotus, I would be really excited about that.
So I'm interested to see if it is a fake out though, because you've traveled in Asia a lot. Oftentimes Tokyo is the jumping off point to another destination.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, but it could be Tokyo. I'd be excited.
I could see it happening. I would be excited for that location too, because Tokyo on its own is so visually just spectacular as a city. And as you know, you've watched season 1 of the show and part of season 2, right? And so like just looking at the cinematography at all, it's just incredible. So it would be an easy job for the cameraman. Just go to Tokyo and make it happen. I'm wondering who's going to come back for the next season. I really hope there's a repeat character. Not going to say any spoilers about what happened at the end of the last season, but everyone is just fantastic on the show. So
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, if you are wondering if the teams playing in the Super Bowl got a chance to sit front row at the halftime show and watch Rihanna, the answer was a no, at least for the Chiefs, okay? Patrick Mahomes says that as much as he really wanted to, he couldn't watch Rihanna because Coach Andy Reid was just not having it. Jimmy Kimmel Live on that show, Mahomes said that Reid told him and the rest of the team that if they wanted to watch the performance, then they could just keep walking because they would not be playing in the second half. And what do we think? Harsh, not harsh?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It seems harsh, but it does completely make sense because it's the pinnacle of their career, and they did pretty well in that Super Bowl, so I guess it was a good role. And to be fair, like I've been to award shows in real life, and it is really fun and really special to get to go. But just from that versus watching it on TV, sometimes when you watch it on TV, it's actually a little bit better because you're closer up. You can see all the details. I bet if you were in person, you maybe didn't even see the whole baby bump reveal. Right. So I don't know. They can just go back and watch it later. They had an important job, you know?
They did, and I am generally of the opinion that for concerts or even major sporting events, oftentimes things are tailored to be viewed on television, since that's where the majority of people are looking at it. So yeah, there's the special little nuggets that you get to see if you're watching on TV. So I think it's not really the end of the world to watch it back, you know?
Yeah.
All right, coming up, we are taking a look at what is trending on TikTok.
Yeah, including the adorable dance battle between two friends at an elementary school dance. Oh, we'll be right back. It is time for TikTok, where we talk about what people are talking about on TikTok.
And for that, we are bringing in our social media expert, Justine Baker. Good morning to you, Justine.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Yeah. Happy Friday indeed. I'm so glad it's the weekend coming up soon. But you're going to fill us in on the top videos of this week.
Yeah, so this first video, we see a moment where two little girls become best friends at a dance party. Let's take a look.
Oh my gosh, these moves, my moves will never be that cool.
We need to open the show that way now.
Yes,
I like the energy.
We try.
I know, that was very cute. What else do you have for us?
In the second video, we know that online shopping is super convenient, but let's take a look at the mix-up they might have made.
One of the things I ordered were beauty blenders. 2 beauty blenders. Apparently they were out of beauty blenders, and my Target shopper thought beauty blenders were blenders. Why did they substitute the beauty blenders for 2 Ninja blenders? This is $200 right here. One of the things I ordered were beauty
Okay,
blenders.
that employee did not understand the assignment.
No.
Wouldn't they see that price difference? Like, what is a beauty blender? Like $5, $10, $15?
Not $200.
Not $200. And you definitely don't need 2 blenders.
Yeah, who in the world? And they're fancy blenders too. It's not like a $30 blender.
Yeah.
No.
What a mix-up. But what a great story. All right, what else do you have for us?
And this last one is a challenge that's going around to see how well couples think alike.
1, 2, 3. Face.
I was gonna say face.
Oh, I was gonna say west. I was gonna say northwest. North face. Ah, we gonna get one.
We are sucking at this right now.
Boat.
Banana boat. I was gonna say boat.
That is amazing.
I love the
yeah.
couples videos like that, or even best friends. I think they're so fun to watch on TikTok.
That's so fun. So let's play it with you guys and see what you guys think. Okay.
So Justine asked us this morning individually to send her some words, and we haven't seen each other's yet.
No, not
so
yet.
I'm curious to see how in sync we are.
Okay. So the first word is north. What did you guys put for north?
Pole.
Star.
Oh no.
North Star.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. The second one is talk.
What did yours say?
Show.
Oh,
We're on a talk
that
show.
was my second thing, but I was like, my first word is talk is cheap, so I thought cheap. It's like word association, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then we have pop.
Oh, tart.
Oh!
We were talking about Pop-Tarts
Pop
yesterday,
Star. I
Carly.
mean, who are we talking to here? And you were talking about Pop-Tarts yesterday.
Yes, I was talking to you about Pop-Tarts
You were making me crave a Pop-Tart yesterday.
And then what about rest? What did you guys put for rest?
More.
Relax.
Oh, I
Those
want
are
more
similar.
rest.
Yeah.
More, please.
And lastly, what did you guys put for strawberry?
Fields.
Shortcake, because I like dessert.
Oh, now I'm hungry, girl.
I know. I feel like we didn't get a single one the same, but
I didn't know we were supposed to.
I know, but it was also good vibes
If I knew
all
that,
around.
yeah, if I knew that was the game, I would have tried to do Pop-Tart. Let me tell you. I was just like, sure, I'll give you my thoughts about all these random words. No problem. That was fun, though.
That is fun.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't even think of North Face that it said in the video, and I'm like, of course, their jacket. Oh my gosh.
Right. I thought North Face for sure.
All right, Justine, thank you so much. We had a blast with you. This was great.
Of course.
Always a pleasure. Okay, coming up, we're celebrating Black History Month and we're trying some delicious West African cuisine.
Yes, Gold Coast Gall in the kitchen, cooking up some traditional meat and veggie pies. Hey, we'll be right back.
Take you another mile.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we get to highlight some amazing food in our area.
Yes, and today we are joined by Tina Fambule with Gold Coast Gall Kitchen. Welcome, Tina. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Happy to
how
be
did you
here.
kind of start your businesses and all that?
Yeah, so I moved to Seattle 7 years ago. I said 5 years ago that I would be leaving. I'm still here.
Oh, wow.
And as you guys know, there isn't really a big West African population. You see a lot more from the East. And I just wanted representation for me. And cooking is something I've been doing since I was a child. And I wanted to make friends, build community. And so I saw cooking as a way to do so, and then was just feeding entirely too many people for free, and so decided to start Gold Coast Gall.
Beautiful. It's definitely the way into people's hearts, right?
Absolutely, food.
Yes, and share with us the flavors that people would recognize if they're not familiar with this cuisine.
Absolutely. So it's your everyday flavors. I know people hear West African because you're not familiar with it. You think it's something completely different, but it's your curry, paprika, salt, pepper, parsley, those type of flavors that you can actually find in your local grocery stores.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you've got some different pop-ups around town. Tell us about those.
Yes, so I am at Rose Temple on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then on the 25th and 26th of this month, I will be at Captain Black's doing a pop-up, and then that will be more traditional food. We'll be visiting Ivory Coast for those pop-ups.
Very exciting. So the pop-up scene, of course, so cool, but
So
you
pop in.
Pop in, yes. So you are also kind of working on having a standalone restaurant in the future, huh?
Yes, hopefully soon. I can't talk much about it, but I'm hoping within the next few months that will be a thing.
So exciting. Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
And what are we making today?
So we are making my famous meat pies.
Cool. Wonderful.
Yeah, so there are lots of different variations on this, on what the filling can be, but we will be using ground beef. And so what goes in, we have our red onions, some potatoes, and then some green onions that are at the bottom there. So you just put that in the pan. And the trick why I add sweet potatoes is so that it can soak up the flavors. Obviously, I have recipes, but sometimes, I'm just cooking from the soul.
Yeah.
And, I go over with the salt a little, and then that's where that potato comes in to soak up that flavor.
I love an
Red
option
saltiness.
like that because sometimes, I mean, it gets stressful to like have to measure absolutely everything. So it's nice to kind of just feel it out.
Yeah. And so what I have in here so far are the peppers, and then I just added our ground beef along with tomato paste, about say 3 tablespoons of that. And then I have our spices that we talked about
It's so
here.
beautiful.
Isn't it? It's really pretty. So just add some of that. Again, as I was saying, I just cook until I'm told to stop. And then I just mix it all in, and then that will brown for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then while that's going, what we want our finished product to look like is this.
Okay,
Beautiful.
nice.
Okay,
Absolutely.
excellent. So all mixed together and
All mixed
delicious
together,
there.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next is we get to make the beautiful meat pie. We get to assemble it. But of course, first we need to make the dough. And that's where we have here, we have, you know, our flour, butter, egg, some salt, and then a trade secret.
Oh, she can't give all her secrets
Not
away.
all of it, no.
We'll respect that.
And then once you have that, and then, you know, you make your dough. This is what it looks like. And you can see some butter in there. It looks really good.
How do you know when you've done a good job with that dough?
This is the consistency we're looking for.
Okay.
No, where it's stretchy, but it's not too stretchy, where, you know, you just pull at it once and then it breaks apart.
I bet that took a long time to perfect that recipe to be perfect.
It did, yeah. Yep, so then we roll out our dough. I like to say I have amazing arms because of the shoulder work.
Little workout, little biceps.
And so once we roll it, we cut into our desired size. I love making this, especially with kids. I grew up, you know, with what's it called, pizza rolls.
Yeah.
You can make this, something like that, where you make it smaller, bite size, or you can make it, you know, hand size as well.
Nice.
But typically, if I'm at home, this is the size I would make it.
Yeah.
And so I rolled it out to that.
I like how you did all this preparation.
Yeah,
Every
we
step is
appreciate
ready
it.
for it.
It's ready to
Sometimes we
go.
run out of time here, so this is kind of ideal.
Yeah, I was like, do I want you guys to work?
Yes,
Just
but
a teeny
we
bit.
love to work.
Yeah, put us to work.
Absolutely. And so to assemble it, we have our pie already cut, and then some egg, just, you know, to seal it. Brush it around the edges there. And
then you're putting the filling on
then
there.
put the filling in. And
I feel like I would always overstuff these if I was doing it myself, to be honest.
So what is the right amount of stuffing, do you think?
Yeah.
Just whatever feels
just
right?
whatever feels
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And, you know, I usually will pinch the middle to seal it first. And then if I feel that it's going to come out of the sides, then I open it back up and take some out.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
A little trial and error, that's good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So then you just squeeze
And it's sticking because you brush that egg around,
with the
right?
egg. Absolutely. Yep.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That looks great.
And then usually,
I see
to
a little.
make sure it's sealed really tight, we take the fork just to reinforce that again.
Okay.
And you just kind of press it
And press-
down firmly, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Nice.
Great.
And then what's this little tool you have with it too? Is that instead of the fork?
Instead of the fork, you
That's
put
another option. Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Another option would be to put, oh, thank you, this here, and then you
Just on one side.
just on one
Wonderful.
side, yeah.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
And then you close it to seal.
Oh, that's
But
great.
as you can see, this
I kind of like
one-
the fork method.
Exactly.
It's made with love, you know?
Absolutely. And then would you fry these up or bake them?
Yep, so West Africa, we tend to bake, but empanadas, which is South
Yeah.
America, they fry. So there have been instances where I have fried them, and it's just as amazing.
Still tasty. Well,
Yes.
we definitely want to get to try some of this food before we have to wrap up. So Carly here has a
made me a
vegetarian
little
option.
veggie one. I'm so excited.
Which one should I try?
Start with
right here?
that, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And what is this beautiful dip here?
Yeah, so that is a cilantro guacamole sauce.
Calling my name.
That I just made. I usually would serve it with the sweet chili sauce, but I'm trying something new.
Nice and tangy.
Yeah.
You really got the dough down perfectly.
Thank you.
I have to say. And then tell us about this other yummy food in front of us too, because you made so many beautiful dishes.
Absolutely. So what we have here is suya. Suya is this. Is suya. It's the spice blend. The base of it is peanut, and then you add your spices to it, and then you coat it on your proteins. And then with that suya is pepper sauce. It's your Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers with green peppers and onions that's stewed. It's very flavorful, and then of course it comes with cucumbers, tomatoes.
That is amazing, and we have so many wonderful dishes we will be sharing on social media as well.
Yeah, so you can check out her upcoming pop-ups all around town, and we'll put that link on our website. See you guys next time.
Great job.
Thank you.
So good.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.